All right, so you can make more friends in 2 months by getting interested in them than you can in 2 years by trying to get them interested in you. That's from How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie.
Yep.
Is it Carnegie? And my name is Herna.
This is Harris.
This is the Power of H Show, episode 8.
Hell yeah, man.
That's where we're at.
Right?
We've almost been doing this for about like 2 months now.
Just about.
I think it's going pretty good.
I think it's going great, dude. This has been a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I've had some good feedback from this shit, dude.
Oh yeah. I had one guy, another friend of mine named Nick, like back in the day, dude, hit me up and he's just like, yo, I'm really like relating to like a lot of the shit you and Harris be talking about, man, and it's just like I relate to it, and you guys are just inspiring, so thank you. And
That's cool.
and then I also had another guy named Daniel. He battled with like eye cancer, man. Like,
Damn.
Like he had cancer in his fucking eye, and
That's fucking.
he hit me up the other day and was just like, yo, just checking up on you. I don't mean to bother you. I'm like, the fuck you mean?
Right.
Like, bro, you your family, and like, I just caught up with him. He's just like, yeah, I've been listening to your podcast, man. Shit's inspiring. Like, don't stop. Like, you don't see it, but like, you're doing something good, and like,
That's cool.
If anyone believes in you, it's like everyone else that you don't want to let down, and like, it was just good to kind of, I told him, you're a good dude,
Right.
and like, I've always respected your humility, your humbleness, just like, and your diligence, and so that was cool to hear. Great feedback from this other chick I work with. She's just like, yo, that shit was good. Like,
Right.
keep it up. It's interesting. So
It's definitely inspiring.
yeah, man. Because you never know who like you're affecting, dude.
Right.
There's been people in my life too, dude, that are just like, yo, Herna, like, I'm glad I met you, man. You changed my life.
Right.
And just like to hear that, man, like, I never like thought or intended, I think, like, well, I do, but like, I wanted to just help someone up, but for someone to come at you in like a positive way and be like, you changed my life, man.
Right.
Like, I'm different now because of you. And it's just like, damn, that shit
Hits you right in the feels, bro.
yeah, man.
Yeah, I get that.
And it hasn't just been one; it's been a couple people, man. And so when you get that type of response, it's like, wow.
Yeah, you almost don't know how to respond.
Yeah, it's surreal. I'm like, well, shit, man. Yeah, because like, what do you say to that?
Yeah, right? I mean...
like, hey, like,
Yeah.
I love you too, man.
Right.
Come here, bring it in. I know we're high as shit on.
Right.
One of them was like, we were, two of them in back to back in the same night. Like, we're all high as shit on Molly, but like, yo, I'm glad I met you. You changed my life. Like,
Right.
oh, okay, cool. And
Yeah.
like, I even got one girl. She was in Marine. This was back in like 2018, man. Like, it was this festival called Escape Wonderland,
Okay.
and she was high as fuck. But you're more open, so like the emotions, and it's real.
Yeah.
It's real when you're on that shit. You've been on it.
Absolutely,
like,
bro.
It's not fake, bro. None of it's fake. It allows you to be more open and
Right.
like, I mean, it fucks me up at the end of the night if I don't eat anything. I've just been
That's
drinking,
true.
smoking cigarettes, drinking Red Bull, and taking Molly. Like,
Yeah, no shit.
But it was open, and then she was just like, yeah, like, you changed my life. Sergeant Hernandez, like, yo, thank you. She gives me a big hug, and like, she ended up going vegetarian because of me. And it's just like, wow, man.
Yeah,
like,
that's a big effect, right?
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
cool.
And then right after her, like, the dude, the guy, he was sketchy about me too. He's like, man, when I first met you, I hated you. I'm like, why?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro. Like, I get it. I get that sometimes.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You had tattoos, man. You just thought, I just
Yeah.
thought you were a shitbag. And then, like, I went to this rave with you, and I was like, wow, dude,
Yeah,
you're
this
like,
dude
cool.
is not, right?
Yeah, you're not.
That's funny.
You're so free. You're so open now. Like, you changed my life because I'm here, and like, I feel goal oriented, and I feel good, like,
That's
about
dope.
what I'm doing. I'm like, oh well, fuck, man. Like,
Right.
that's what it's about. It's about spreading that positivity, that love, man.
Hell
that,
yeah,
like,
man.
Hey, man, like, we're in this together, dude.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. So
Right, I know. Yeah, my latest kind of thing. So I've got my latest 2 challenges for this last week has been keeping the phone away.
yeah,
And that's a big one, bro.
That's hard,
that's
man.
hard, man.
So fucking
Especially
hard.
like when you're working and your work requires you to be on your phone.
Yeah.
That's hard because it's easy to get fucking around on your phone, right? Mm-hmm. But the other one has been killing people with kindness. Right?
yeah.
And that can be difficult depending on the person,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And it's funny, man. There's this one guy I work with, and he walks around with just like this, almost like a bad attitude all the time. He just radiates off just kind of like this meh. And it's like, bro, I've been making a point to just like straight up kill him with kindness, and I could see his whole mood like lightening. Like even today, bro, he was like laughing and joking around next to me. I'm like, that's good. I did that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's fun, man. Mm-hmm. But like, yeah, that positivity, bro, that's like one of the most powerful things you can share with other people, you know? If you can bring them up and you can, you know, inspire them to be better than they were yesterday, bro, there's nothing better that you can do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That is like the most ultimate way of like spreading love, is just
correct,
being a positive inspiration for the world.
Yeah, you gotta be there, like and it's like, along with this, you always gotta be doing something, right? Because if you don't, you could just be like a one-time wonder. We could have just recorded one episode and been like, you know, a fucking,
yo, that was fun,
fleeting star, man.
Yeah.
Like that's what a lot of us tend to do, because we can't stick with something,
right?
But you know, like I heard it today. John Joseph was just saying, I was listening to his London Real episode.
Yeah, nice.
And he's just like, yo, you gotta be like the moon, like constantly effulgent. You know, like effulgent, like breaking down the definition, just always like there, like light, like the moon's always gonna be like, you know, bright and lit up, and that's what it is. Moon's gonna stay there, man. You know.
That's cool.
So it's just like, that's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
You gotta be producing content. You gotta be making something, because otherwise, especially right now.
Yeah.
Because you could lose your fucking mind in your house, man.
Oh God, yes, dude. I know there's actually been some friends of mine that have been making a point to like push forward with social media. They've been doing like journaling, you know, been doing like at-home activities, you know, completing little challenges, cleaning up and stuff. And it's like, yo, that is like such a positive thing to be doing right now, because everybody's stuck at home. Like this weird coronavirus shit, man, it is like, it slowed the world down. Like I never ever thought that something would be able to slow the world down like this has. It's creepy, you know, it's almost eerie, bro. Like, you wake up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, bro. You get outside, you start going around, and the roads are empty. Yeah. It's like, bro, this is 7 a.m. These roads should be packed. Like, it is just, it's eerie. But, like, it's easy to get lost in that fact that, like, yo, I'm at home. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to chill, you know? And it's like, yeah, that's easy to do. But, I mean, you really do got to stay dedicated to bettering yourself each and every day. Like, it's not easy, especially when you're, like, in the comfy confines of your home, bro. Like, it's just so easy.
Sitting there with your phone, man.
Yeah, on your comfy couch in your pajamas. Like, it's easy to just continue chilling there, bro. It is so easy.
And it's comfortable.
It's very comfortable, like, bro.
I'd rather just fucking fuck around. And that's what happened. Like, bro, the other night, I was supposed to be working on some art, and like, what happened is I get on Instagram just to, you know, just to reply to a message, and then there I am half an hour later, fucking not scrolling, but like, man, I lost time, because like just recently this clothing company on Instagram, they hit me up. They're like, yo, we want to collab with you.
That's dope.
So they gave me a promo code to give out to my followers. Like, they'll be getting 25% off. I get 50% off the store.
That's dope.
I make commission off of it. So, you know, this could be another source of income if
I
push
sick.
for it. Yeah, like, they hit me up, man. I was like, all right, dope.
Yeah, it's hard to turn that away.
No, man, mama didn't raise no fool. And if you can make extra bread, go fucking make extra bread.
Yeah,
man.
bro.
And so that's what it was. And and then next thing I know, half an hour passes. I'm like, the fuck, man.
Right.
Like, just working on that, and then replying to people.
Yeah.
That's another thing too, man. As soon as you, like, for instance, it's just like, the more I tattoo, the more I build up my clientele and people I gotta respond back to. Like, I was responding back to like 3 of my clients that same night, and it's just like, it exhausts you, man.
Yeah.
Being on your phone, just it exhausts you, and then you're just left there like, fuck, I don't want to do shit.
Right.
I just want to keep fucking around on this thing.
Yeah. You're already comfy. You're already in a weird ass
position. I made it to the drawing board for another hour and a half. I did make it eventually, but it took a lot of will.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. You had to pull yourself away from that. Yeah, I get that.
You have to be conscious all the fucking time. Like, why am I on here? What am I doing? Like, what's next? You know, if you even in the shower before you get out. Even when you're moving on to the next thing, it's like, okay, I did my workout, I'm about to go to work, whatever the fuck. You know, when I get there, what am I going to do? Right. What am I going to be conscious of? It's just like always in the back of your mind, what do I do?
Yeah. What's the next thing on the board? What's the next thing on the board? Yeah. Yeah, I get that, dude. So, So how was your week?
It's good, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's good. It felt short.
I know what you mean, dude.
It felt really short.
It flew by. I gotta say, mine did at least. Like, it just like boom. All of a sudden, it was over. I was like, "Damn, bro, today's Monday. Fuck, dude."
Almost like what happened?
Yeah. I mean, because it was weird. Because like the last couple of weeks, it's been like almost. It's just been a weird vibe. Everybody's kind of been in a weird mood. People everywhere have just been really off. And last week, bro, it was just like shit was just. It was almost like I got used to it, and it was just like, yo, I'm killing it right now. I just felt good, man.
Yeah.
I was going into work, just like working hard, getting my shit done,
sleeping good,
bro. I've been going to sleep at night at a great time. I've been like getting some good sleep. Wake up in the morning, boom, ready to go. Like, definitely, it makes the week fly by. Got a lot of work going on right now. I'm keeping myself fucking hella busy, and it's a good feeling. It's a good fucking feeling. To be kind of like overwhelmed, I guess you could say. I mean, it's easy to allow that to like screw up the course of your day, but like when you're genuinely overwhelmed with a lot to do, it's a good feeling. Like,
it is.
You can look at it two ways, and I mean, I gotta say, it's just been a fucking good feeling.
Especially if the day is filled with shit you gotta do.
Right.
It's like, moving you progressively.
Yeah.
And when you get it all done, and at the end of the day, you're like, man, there was no time to chill.
Right, yeah.
But I killed it. Like today, I'm headed to bed like, fuck, that was good.
That night's sleep is a good night's sleep.
Always, man, always, and with people too, like, man, I don't, like, it's very rare, man, it's very rare if I can't go to bed, because I just find, like, when my day is filled with me working out, and, going to work, like, going to the shop, producing art, coming home, eating, and by the time, and again, the nightly routine helps, man.
Yeah.
Doing it for so long, for almost like 2 years now, a nightly routine that's been built over the past 2 years almost.
You could just like autopilot.
Well, your brain knows.
Yeah.
It's a habit thing, man. So your brain, like, it attaches itself into these, like, these systems of habit that you've created.
Right.
And once the phone shuts off, man, and, I hop in that cold shower for the night, like, the brain starts to know, like, he's
time to wind down.
He's going to bed.
Yeah.
This motherfucker ain't fucking around. he's stretching. He's writing down his plan for the next day.
Right.
He's writing down his finances. Like, my brain
it's time to sleep.
Yeah, it's go time.
Right.
So, and again, I'm always pushing for that, man. I'm always pushing for people to just set their night and their morning in a way like that. That's your time, bro.
Right.
No one should fuck around with your time,
Well, your time is, I mean, easily the most. It's the most precious thing we have as human beings. You know what I mean? Like, there's no. You could sell, you could buy, you could do whatever the fuck, items, and all day long that shit can come and go. Money can come and go, dude. Time, that is something you'll never get back. That is something that is yours. Every second you spend, bro, it's a second fucking gone, I like that, because a lot of people, they forget, they kind of just get caught up in the whole hustle and bustle of the day, I think. Everybody's looking at the clock. I see it all the time at work, bro. Noon, that's lunchtime. Clock strikes 12, bro, people are going to lunch. Okay? You're supposed to be back by 1, right? You work till 5. Clock strikes 5, you're done. Like 5 o'clock comes around, you see people are like running out the door, and it's like, all right, I get that, especially at work, you're like, essentially you're giving your time in exchange for money, so like I get that, but it's like, man, your life is so much more than just going to work. I was actually talking to somebody this week. I was like, why don't you get up earlier? Wake up earlier, I said, right now you're like waking up at like 10, 11 o'clock. It's like, why don't you wake up 7, 8 o'clock? That's not horribly earlier. And they're like, well, if I wake up at that early, I'm going to go and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do what? Nothing. I'm going to just sit there. And it's like, why? Well, because there's nothing to do. Why? And it's like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah. It's like, you have got the potential to do anything you want.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. If you don't want to go for a walk, you can find something to do in the confines of your home. Like, it doesn't matter. You can do anything. You don't have to wait for somebody to come and help you, to pick you up, to take you to go do something. Do it, It's like, man, your time is completely yours to use in any way that you want to use it. So fucking use it,
Correct, yeah.
Like, that just, like, it made my head spin. Like, it almost like almost got me like into a point where I was looking to like argue. I was like, wait a minute, no. And I was like, no, man, I gotta like...
Don't get angry.
Don't get angry, man. It's easy to because it's like, excuse me? You know? Yeah. So, it's kind of funny, man. But like, yeah, I was just like, man, your time is so important and precious. Like, the fact that you're just chilling and like not doing anything about it's like, I'm sorry. You know?
Well, and it's like, fill your time up with something like, again, meaningful. Here's the thought, right? I had the privilege, the opportunity the other day to go on a hike with two friends of mine, and we're sitting there, and it was nice, man, because again, I haven't hung out with friends like that.
Right.
Months, man. Must have been a while, dude. Go on a hike.
Been busy.
Yeah, and the conversations, like, it was just kind of small talk here and there, fucking around, but eventually, like, on our way down, winding, like, from the hike, I just was like, yo, like, what you guys think about, how would I say, do you guys believe in reincarnation?
Okay.
I just wanted to spit something out there, like something of substance, man.
Stir the pot,
like,
dude.
No, I don't know what you think, or like, what's the meaning of life?
Right.
A lot of, and like the thing is with some people is like you ask them, it's like, what is the meaning of life, and people won't have an answer.
Yeah, they almost joke it off.
Yeah, or I had one answer from one of that friend. He was just like, oh, life has no meaning except the one you give it. I'm like, yeah, that's true.
Right.
But like, yo, like it has a meaning to me. Like, he's like, yeah, but that's relative. I'm like, yeah, but yo, bro, sit down with yourself, man. Like, let's sit down and talk about this shit because we don't. And like, again, like I told you this past weekend, I stood there with this guy named Chopper, man. He's just like, yeah, man, fucking, like, bro. He's just fucking, as soon as I meet him, cool dude's like, yo, you were in the Marines. I was like, yeah, bro. He's like, my fucking hats salute to you, brother. Thank you. And I'm all like, yeah, man, thank you. And we just, again, sitting down talking. It's like, we were talking about like everything about like working out. He's like, man, you run a lot. I'm like, yeah. He's like, you gotta swim, man. And it's just like, he's like, yeah, thank you for that. And we were just talking, and that's when we were going back and forth on like what the meaning of life was. And that's when he was like, yeah, it's water, man. And what's it to you? And like, and it was so cool because it's just like, yo, yeah, we don't sit around and talk about this. Like, we need to poke the brains. We need to stop the small talk sometimes, man, and really ask some questions. And you should be able to ask and think, what is the meaning of life? And some, like you said, someone's gonna bullshit you with some fucking stupid answer. But like, no, like, again, when you ask these type of questions, like that produces a certain type of conscious like thought, man. It causes people to actually go in and not just.
Causes people to think, dude.
It does, man. And that's the thing. People don't want to think, and I could see why. Like, we want to like, and in a sober state too, man. In a sober state, we don't need to be on mushrooms or weed or even alcohol all the time just to talk about this shit either.
Well, I mean, I've always been a fan of in the true power of just a conversation.
Yeah, man. Like we're having right here.
Exactly,
that's
man.
what it is, dude.
I've always had such a like soft spot in my heart, almost just for a basic conversation, man. Like there have been so many people. There was a new person. So this Friday, I got the grand opportunity to consume large quantities of alcohol and get drunk. Right. And it's fun. It's horrible because that shit's poison. But I mean, it can be fun, right?
Yeah.
And like, I always find that when I drink, dude, I pick people's brains. Like almost bad, dude. Like, I mean, I will pick your brain, and like, you could not want your brain picked, and I'm gonna fucking talk to you. Like, it's bad, dude.
You're mine.
So I mean, like, we got this guy that came over. I've met him before, but never really enough to like really deeply converse with him. And like, bro, we were sitting there, and I just like look at him, and I'm like, so, man, is this the first time that we've actually got to, like, sit at this table and talk? And he was like, yeah? I'm like, bro, you've been over here a couple of times now. I was like, and we haven't, like, sat down and had, like, a conversation yet?
Yeah.
He's like, no. I'm like, oh, boy, You're in for it, And he was just like, all right, And, I mean, I picked this guy's brain all night long. And it was fucking great, I mean, like, honestly, I wish I could remember more of it. Because I full on blacked out that night. so like, I know he's probably walking away like, yo, that was a dope conversation, But I'm like over here like, yeah, I remember like a minute of it. So like, but I mean, I just remember I was picking this guy's brain so hard. And like, I love doing that because it invokes questioning, and responses, man. Like, I mean, lately I've also found with the conversation, sometimes you get some weird ass conversations, man. Sometimes you get some uncomfortable conversations, man.
Yeah, sometimes a girl, you could be texting her and she's like, yo, by the way, I like to get pissed on while I drink. This is
right, that definitely, yeah, that's like, okay, well, we gotta address this now.
Yeah, well, no, I was just like, what you she was like, what you think about that? I'm like, that's cool. Like, I'm not gonna
like,
judge you for it.
Okay, well, I don't.
You're a little freaky, but like, I mean,
like, yeah, go for it.
You know, like, yeah, you know,
right?
That's your thing. Like, when you get drunk, I ain't gonna fucking judge. I'm not you.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You know, and again, who are you to like?
Who are you to judge?
Who
man?
are you to judge?
I love that too lately, man. Like, it doesn't fucking matter because, like, at the end of the day, the only person that's ultimately gonna be able to judge you is whoever you face after you die.
Yeah.
That's who's gonna fucking judge you.
Oh, yeah, man.
Right? Until that moment comes, who gives a fuck what anybody else thinks, man? I mean, that shit will, like, bro, who gives a fuck? Like, I mean, damn, dude. Like, I mean, because, like, at the end of the day, you're gonna do whatever you want to fucking do, right?
Yeah, you're your own human being.
You're your own human being. I'm my own human being. Dude, it doesn't matter what other people think because they're human beings. And what they think completely affects them and only them,
man.
You know, if they choose to share that and somebody else takes that, they chose to take that upon themselves. Like, it does not fucking matter, dude. Like, if you want to go outside and you want to wear a diaper on your head, go for it. Like, who gives a fuck, man? Like, it just, damn. Like, I don't know, man. That's one of those little buttons, like, dude,
that's been one for me too, because it's just like, you know, you have a lot of people who will just slander motherfuckers.
Oh,
man.
God, yes, dude.
Who are just like, oh,
put them down for no fucking reason.
Either no, and you know what? A lot of the time, it's not in front of their face.
No, God,
it's not in front of their face.
No
man.
way,
it's
dude.
like,
People are way too spineless to do that, especially anymore, dude.
Yeah, but my thing is too, it's just like, oh, they're this way, so I can't associate myself with them, or I fucking hate them for this, and
right.
Yo, but like that's you drinking your own fucking poison, man.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you're when you're hating on someone or like people or whatever, like a group, whatever the fuck, like that's you drinking poison and like waiting for them to die. And it's just like, oh man, like you're only hurting yourself by being ignorant as fuck for judging them for what they do.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
you don't know.
Spread positivity.
Yeah,
that's
man.
gonna get you That's gonna get you far. Like, you know, it's like the moment that you start spreading negativity about any individual for any reason, it's like, bro, now you're the problem. You know, the moment that you stop spreading positivity and you're going to, like, put somebody down for anything, bro, you're now creating a problem.
Yeah.
You've become the problem.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
It's like, you know, I get that, dude. But, like, dude, at the end of the day, we're all people. And we're all trying to figure this shit out. And, I mean, like, people, they're going to cope with it how they fucking please.
Yeah,
it's
man.
life. It's fucking weird, you know? It's not easy. It can be fun. And it can be fucking hard. Like,
it's a mix of all.
It's
man.
a mix of all of it, man.
Life's this giant roller coaster, dude, and there's like and you know, in the same way you're it's peaks, it's valleys, it's plateaus, it's, you know, it's all that shit, man.
Yeah.
It's all that shit. But like, again, that the whole point is to like try to take people hiking with you on the mountain that you're hopefully on,
right,
and bring them up too, cuz dude, that's what that's about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not slandering them, hoping them to fucking die for what they
dude.
want to do.
Yeah, try and just spread positivity.
Another thing on that side note is just like, yo, don't listen to what other people say about someone.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, judge for yourself.
Judge for yourself someone, like, you know, their conduct, their character, bro.
Exactly.
Like, you should judge someone, like, we all do it. We all do judge inside.
It's a natural human reaction.
Again, I've heard people slander someone that I kind of knew, but then like, you know, I had to get to know him more. But you know, when you hear other people say, oh, well, he's like this or she's like that, and it's like, okay, wait a minute, I don't really know him, so I'll judge them for myself once I meet him.
Exactly.
Don't go based off of what other people say about someone. Like, do the judging yourself.
Yeah.
If you meet that person, like, actually, like, hey, how is that person? You could find out that person's actually cooler as shit, cooler than that other person who's slandering him. And the reason they were talking shit about him is because they were jealous or envious or fucking angry,
intimidated,
whatever, man.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yo, do the judging yourself,
right?
You know, don't listen to what other people say about someone else, and
right,
yeah,
you know, that's why I've kind of been making a point: kill people with kindness. That's so much easier said than done. You know what I mean?
It is, man.
Because like some people just rub you wrong. And it is natural to just be like, yo, this motherfucker better step back, you know? But if you kill everybody with kindness, bro, do you realize how hard it is for somebody to be bitchy at you when you're going out of your way to be nice to them? I mean, like, first of all, I mean, if they do have something negative to say to you, for one, they're not going to say it to your face, right? We live in too spineless of a world right now. Nobody's going to fucking walk up to you and be like, yo, Herna, I don't like you for this, this, and this, and I don't appreciate this, this, and this. That's not gonna fucking happen, right? Because then, oh boy, then it's gonna start a fight. And really, it's like, yo, I'm being honest with you. Like, I don't like this, this, and this. Let's put it out in the open. That would be the better way to go about it, right? If you got a problem with somebody, wouldn't it be best to just like, yo, I don't like this.
100%.
Let's deal with this shit.
Yes.
Like, 100%. You know, I would take
Correct.
that over any bullshit anytime. But people don't fucking do that. You know what I mean? Because, oh, it's going to be awkward. I'm not going to like that. I got to be worked up. And it's like, no, you really don't. You just got to fucking be honest, you know?
Just relax.
Right, just be relaxed, dude.
Chill your tits.
Yeah, you know, let's have a conversation.
Let's milk them a little bit. Let's get the juices
soften them
out.
bitches up. You know what I mean? Like, it's funny, but... You know, it's so much. It's so funnier when you're killing somebody with kindness.
Yeah.
Because especially like my favorite thing, because like I have this tendency about me that I find joy in some things about being. Sometimes when you're an asshole to somebody, it's kind of funny. Okay, I'm just gonna say it, dude. And I love killing somebody with kindness that's got a chip on their shoulder towards you, because like you could see in their face that they really want to be upset with you and they just want to be all bitchy. But then you're killing them with kindness and they're like, thanks. You know? And you're like, yeah, buddy. You know, like it's just such a good feeling when you're like, damn right, dude. You know? It's funny, you know, but like at the same time, it's like, bro, if you got a problem with me after I just went out of my way to be nice to you, that's you. That's all fucking you, you know. I don't got a problem. You know, if I did, so fucking be it. But like, I'm gonna be nice to you, because in a lot of cases that's funnier. You know what I mean? And it's hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
It's funny, man.
No, you bring up you bring up a really good point with killing them with kindness, man. Plus, it's just like it's easier on your mind.
It is.
It's way easier on your mind, and you can go home like not worrying about the other person or anything like that. Like,
well, even then, like you've went above and beyond to be nice to somebody who doesn't want to be nice to you, and there's so much more power in that than anything.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? And
you walk away with a lot of power from that too, knowing the way you carried yourself and like your character actually showed, man.
Yeah, right. And I mean, you just lifted yourself up. Yeah. Just by being nice to somebody that's not your friend.
Yeah. And adversity, man, that's the fucking breaking grounds for goddamn character development, dude.
Absolutely.
That's where all that's revealed, for sure. Like, and that's what it is. People throwing adversity your way, people throwing slander your way and stuff, man. But tell me, right? Because I remember, and there was a part in your story that we missed out on.
Okay.
When I interviewed you a couple episodes back. And it kind of got me thinking. It's just like how we react to certain things in this world, man.
Okay.
And something that's kind of been on my mind is like, I had this really straight. I've been taking that Alpha Brain.
Okay.
My dreams have just been wacko, man.
Oh, I bet.
You know, I remember the first night we took it when we had that pot. Like, man, my dreams were something else, man. I don't know about you, but my dreams were what the fuck that night. And there was this one dream I had the other night, and I had this. It was like one of my ex-girlfriends.
Okay.
And she was like doing some weird shit. You know, she was cooking cats and dogs up in the dream, but
okay.
Cats and dogs, man,
okay.
or some fucking weird. Like she was cooking them up, and like she was serving them, but like they were dead, rotten flesh. She was trying to kill people with.
Okay.
And I'm like, yo, what are you doing? She's like, I'm gonna murder all these people with this fucking food. And I'm like, you can't. And I'm with this buddy of mine. I don't know who it was.
You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, but this is a dream. And I'm with this buddy of mine. This is like all happening in the front part of my yard like, in this dream. I'm like, yo, bitch, you fucking crazy. You can't be doing that. She's like, I don't give a fuck. They're all gonna die. I'm like, I need to fucking do something. And so, like, I'm with this friend of mine. I'm like, yo, you're gonna fucking distract her, and I'm gonna fucking kill this bitch right now. And he goes and he distracts her, and for some reason, it was gruesome, dude. I don't know why the fuck I had this dream. I need to text her, man, and be like, yo, you good, you know? But like,
clear the air, and be like, yo, I'm sorry.
I had this dream, and I'm not gonna tell her about the dream. I just
no.
Maybe she'll hear this and be like, man, that's me. But yeah. I will message her because I do keep a good relationship with all my exes and stuff. I don't ever leave shit bad. And I end up stabbing her in the throat with this fork in the dream. There's like blood everywhere, and like I start crying in the dream.
Okay.
Like, bro, I remember I woke up that night and just was like in tears. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I killed that bitch. Like, what
I just did that. Oh my god.
Yeah, man. And I was like, but she had to be stopped. She was trying to kill people. Actually, that's one of the conversations I had, because as I'm reading in the Gita, man, the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's talking to Arjuna about killing his family. He has to do it because it's his devotional duty as a fucking warrior.
Yeah.
Katiyas or some shit like that. That's how it says, the warrior fucking class. The 4 classes.
Yeah.
As it states in the Bhagavad Gita. And it's just like, yo, don't worry about like them, because like, again, the soul, when on this material earth, right, the body's just material too. It's decaying as we go, and with reincarnation, all that, like if you believe in it and shit, the body, you'll get another one in the next life, right? And they're causing evil, and I'm telling you, it's your devotional duty to fucking stop that evil, right? And you can't lament, you can't grief over their material bodies, because like their soul will continue, but the body doesn't. Yeah. And and if anything, you're sparing them their karma debt, right? Like by killing them in this life, so they don't have to suffer in the next. But it got me kind of thinking, right? Like reacting to a situation. Okay. Like, if you see evil, man, like, for instance, like, if you were to see 2 fucking bums, and this bum's about to fucking stab this motherfucker, and he has a fucking knife, what do you do in that type of situation, man? Right. Are you one of those people that's gonna freeze up and just walk away and let that motherfucker get stabbed? Right. Or are you gonna fucking react? Yeah. And fucking do something, man? Will you stop evil? Right. Or will you... Or for instance, or how you react, right, to death, man. Right. Yeah. Like you told me about the story when you went to Havasupai. Right. In the Grand Canyon, like no one was fucking reacting. Yeah. There's 14-year-old Nick Harris, just like, I have to fucking do something. Right. I kind of want to go over that because I think that was a super important part we missed out on the last episode. Yeah. You know what I mean?
No, I get you, dude. Because like when I even told you that, I had made the mention where I was just like, that's not a story that I typically lead with, because it was a big portion. So kind of just to fill in a little backstory, right? What I want to say, I was 14 years old, and so me and a scouting group.
It's part 2 of the interview. Sorry.
Yeah, right.
I fucking put your ass on the spot.
Yeah, no, you're good, bro. 14-year-old me and a scouting group. So there was 10 of us in total, 5 leaders, 5 kids, and we were all gonna hike Havasupai. In the Grand Canyon. We were going to go to, the Havasupai Indian Reservation and then go see, the Havasu Falls and everything. Well, we hike through day 1. I mean, we wake up, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. We got to hike as early as we can, because the moment that sun goes up, it's fucking hot, So we got to get as far as we can before the sun rises. We get there, and it's probably 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, right? We finally make this whole...
shit?
It's finally getting hot as shit, right? I mean, like, 3 o'clock, dude, it's fucking hot, bro. I mean, Grand Canyon heat, that sun just peaks right over that edge, and you're just like, yeah, instantly, bro, you're like, damn, bro, like...
You're gassing out.
Right? So, I mean, like, instantly we get there, we go over, and we start, like, setting up kind of like our camp, right? And, everybody's got their backs in. We backpacked in. We were going to be there for a week. 5 days we were going to be in. We were going to do the 3 days, do all of our hiking and everything, and then we're going to go out. And so we got everything for a week on our backs. We've got our food, our supplies, our water. We have got everything on our fucking backs, bro. We get in there and everybody, like, we get to this one campsite, and it's right above Mooney Falls, okay? One of the most iconic waterfalls of all of Havasu. I mean, you look that shit up, Mooney Falls is going to be the top one you see, okay? We are literally at the top of these falls, okay? Gorgeous view. Water's going through. Literally the water is going through our camp, and like we see the edge of the falls, okay? So like we get there, we drop all of our packs. We are just excited to be there. It's fucking gorgeous, man. I mean, just unreal. So everybody, because it's hot, they're going to go jump in the water. The water's fucking great. The water feels nice and cool. It's just the cleanest, bluest water you'll ever see. I mean, it is just like, you could drink it. I mean, it just is so fucking beautiful, you know? Yeah. So everybody jumps in the water, right? And I remember I was like hanging out. I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna like set up my hammock. Everybody brought a tent. I brought a hammock. I was like, fuck you, I'm sleeping in a hammock. So I set up my hammock. I'm just kind of like unpacking, just kind of setting up my little spot. You know, I was like, all right, I'm just going to chill here for a minute and get myself ready, and then I'll join you. Everybody's like, all right. So they go over, and they're jumping in the water and playing around and everything. Well, one of our leaders, his name is Michael Allen. Yeah. Okay. We're having a good old time, and like this is when I finally start coming up. And everybody was like, yo, there's a really, like, fast current spot right here. You know, they're like, watch it. You know, he's like, yo, fast current, this is going to be dope. And he dives towards it, right? Well, it turns out that in the water, at the very top of the falls, there was what's considered a wormhole in the mountain. And so when he jumps towards that, like, rushing spot, it was like a vent in the mountain that the water was going into, and it sucks him under, okay? Literally just blink of an eye. We're having the fucking greatest day of our life. Boom. This dude's disappeared under the water, right? So then everybody's like, what the fuck? At first they think it's like a joke. They're like, oh, wait a minute, what? And still doesn't pop up. Still doesn't pop up to the point. And then now everybody's like, wait a minute, what the fuck, dude? So, you know, then now we've got the other leaders. They're like, all right, everybody out of the water. So all the guys, we jump out of the water. They're in there. They're trying to figure out what the fuck happened. They're trying to see the water. They're trying to see, you know, if he's there, you know. And so everybody starts freezing up. They're like, wait a minute, what? And then we start seeing our leaders, like, you see like a steady breakdown in people when like tragedy strikes. You know, you see kind of people instantly going into shock. You see people like doubting it, no way. You know, you've got the people that are like raging. And I remember like in this time, we see everybody. We got one guy, like he was literally like he was like ready to dive in this hole for him, right? Because I mean, like we were a really close group of guys. You know, we were all very close to each other. We were very good friends. And so he gets sucked under the water. Okay, instantly all of us guys were like kind of just panicked. We're standing there. We're like, what's going on? Everybody's kind of like going into shock. You know, we just lost a dude, man down. Okay. So,
KIA.
Yeah, absolutely. Just right in front of you. I mean, like, legitimately fucking having a blast. Boom. Shit happens, right? So, okay, I I'm like off to the side. I come up. I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck? So, like, I rush back to my spot. I was setting up my hammock. I run back. I grab a rope. I come up. I throw it in the water. They're using the rope. They're, like, feeding it down the hole, trying to see that they're grabbing onto him, you know? We hear later on that they actually they were able to grab onto his hand. One of the guys got his hand and then lost grip and he went under, and then that was it. So that was when you start seeing the breakdown of, you know, the leaders. They're like, oh my god, he's dead, he's fucking dead, you know. So us kids, we're like freaked out, we're shook. Okay, so like you can initially start seeing shock start affecting people, right, one by one. And like I start looking around and I'm like, okay. And it just kind of like snapped out of it, just like that. I was like, all right, guys, you've got to get out of here. You got to go this way. We got to get out of here. We got to get this way. You, man, you've got to head back to the guard station that we passed by. You know, it's a couple miles back. I'm like, well, you got to go get them. And like, at this point, everybody's like, wait a minute, what? I was the youngest guy there. So like me like spitting out orders. Everybody's like, wait, what? You know? I'm like, no, dude. You got to head back. You got to go get this guy. You got to alert him that we just lost a guy. You know, we got to get, you know, the emergency crews, whatever you got to do. We got to get these guys out here. So, you know, he just like books it. Gone. So he heads back. I'm like, all right, you guys, you know, because there was some kids that, you know, it was a fucking horrible sight. You know, it was crazy. You know, we had like other people that were there on their like vacation. You know, there were like neighboring campgrounds and they were coming up and they were like saying prayers around us and stuff because like we had a horrible situation go down. So I'm just like, bro, let's go. You got to go this way. You got to go do that. You know, we just kind of start executing our shit. And we're kind of like running around. goes like this for a solid probably 40 minutes, okay, from the moment that he goes in. Well, as it goes, the wormhole actually goes into the mountain, and it spits out over the falls, okay? So it was probably about 40 minutes later, somebody looks over the falls and sees him, okay? And I mean, he is spit out, face down in the water, done, right? And I remember that was actually because, I was like executing orders. I actually got to see that, right? Is looking over the falls and seeing, face down in the water, see him there. So at that point, it was like, all right, we're done. So we all go back to our camp. Everybody's like, all right, we got to like give this some space. That's when the Rangers show up. So they called in a helicopter. They life flighted out the body. They they announced him dead on the scene. They said that he drowned. So that was like a big point at my life where it was like 14-year-old me. It was fucking crazy, But like I remember going back to our camp and I'd set up my hammock. So I had a place that I could go like lay down, just kind of like process this shit, because here we are, we're like 50 miles away from anything. And I'm not kidding you, like we hiked all fucking day long, backpacked in, just to get to this spot. So like it's not like you could just go home. There was no cell service, you couldn't call somebody, no technology. I mean, you were in the middle of the fucking Grand Canyon, right? So we kind of are chilling there. And we're back at our camp, and as like the Rangers are doing their thing, everybody just sits down for a minute, and we all just kind of like, we're processing. It's silent, it's like that silent moment, dude. We just lost somebody, right? Everybody's kind of like, they're slowly slipping into shock. Nobody's crying, nobody's sobbing, nothing. Like, it's just silent, man. And I remember laying there for the longest time, just kind of like, just humming like a tune in my head, just trying to keep myself like awake, because here we're still physically exhausted from the hike. I remember I just popped up, and I went over to one of the leaders. I was like, yo, we got to go back to town. We got to make a phone call. Like, we have got to, we got to tell somebody. We got to alert something. We cannot just sit here. And they're like, well, we can't, like, we're here. We got to just be here. And it's like, no, man, we got to go. Like, we got to keep moving, let's go. And so they're like, well, we got to set up our, we got to pack up our camp. Like, there's really nowhere for us to go. I'm like, all right. And I looked at one of the leaders. I was like, you are taking me to town. And it was like a 5-mile walk. It's like, you're taking me to town right now. And he kind of, okay. I'm like, I'm going, and I'm making a phone call, and we're figuring out what to do next, And so, okay, so me and him, we grab some water, and we start going. We start walking away, and we get about a half a mile back to, on the trail, and like, then we see the ranger station and everything. We got all these like 4-wheelers with all the guys on the 4-wheelers. And, as we get up, one of the leaders looks at me and is like, well, we sat around for a minute, and they're like, we agreed that, yeah, we got to do something. And you had already started going, so we just packed up your stuff, and we decided to kind of come with you. So hop on the 4-wheeler, let's go. And I was like, all right. So I hopped on, got my bag.
It's like a scene out of a movie.
All right, yeah, no shit, dude. And like, we go in there, dude. Yeah, dude. We're coming, man. So we all go up there, we make our phone calls, and the Indian reservation, they were really cool about it. They all loaned us like donkeys, mules that we could ride out on, because they're like, yeah, man, we don't expect you're gonna chill here tonight, Some
epic shit.
So they gave us some mules, bro. We had our big heavy pack on, rode out on mules the same way we hiked in. Got out of there. It was probably 8:30, 9 o'clock. Get to the car and immediately come home. And yeah, that was a full day. One day, woke up with just the most amazing experience. Literally saw death happen and just like went to that and came right on back home. So like, that's not typically a story that I lead with, because it was like, that's a big personal point. You know what I mean? That's a big fucking story. But like going back to what you're saying, it's like when adversity strikes, you kind of do get to see. You get to see all those layers get peeled away from people.
Kind of like right now what we're going through.
Right, exactly, dude. Like you see the people that are like meant to be there. As what's the quote where out of 100 men,
10 shouldn't be there. 80 missed targets, 9 the most fighting, 1 is a warrior.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like that's a perfect example. Where a lot of people, dude, they're just targets. They're out there just running around. They're fucking there.
10 shouldn't be there.
Exactly. And it's like, dude.
Yeah.
it's that one fucking warrior that stands up in that moment of absolute shit.
Chaos.
And chaos, that they just stand up and they're like, no, we got to do something. And they fucking do it. You know, and they don't take no for an answer. And they don't let anybody come and go, no, man, I don't think you should do that. That's not smart. Fuck you, dude. I'm doing it. You know? I don't care what anybody says. I've got to do this because that's, you know, what I've got to do. And it's really in times of stress and hardship that you see that. You know, that you see that shit get peeled away. You see the people that crumble. And you see the people that freeze. And then you see the people that go. And you see the people that are really just waiting to be told to go. Because, like, that was, like, a big thing. You know, we were all frozen. We didn't know what to do. What do you do in a situation like that? You're in a river and somebody gets sucked in the water. What do? You don't fucking know.
Yeah.
You know, nobody knows what to do in that situation. That's fucking, like, worst case scenario type shit, you know? So, like, everybody at first was, like, frozen. And then after a minute, it was like, all right,
something's got to happen.
Something's got to happen, you know? So, like, you turn out and it's just like, there's that one person that just stands up and just starts, yo, you got to do this. You've got to go over here. You've got to do this. And just start executing that shit. Because, like, something's got to happen. Even if there's nothing to do, something still has to happen. You can't just stand there. You know what I mean?
No, you can't.
Yeah, and I mean, it's weird. It's crazy.
Yeah. There's time. I've never had to deal with that personally. But there have been times when, you know, and you can peel back your own life, you know, and people,
Absolutely.
you know, people can, you know, like I you know, I would suggest that people will kind of look back and see, like, how have I acted in these certain situations, but I, you know, not necessarily what you went through, but
right. Well, not everybody goes through shit like that. I mean, that's pretty crazy.
But there's little moments, man. There's little moments where you can see, like, okay, hey, am I doing something? Am I reacting? You know, am I reacting to the situation, or am I inactive to the situation? And it's just like, and if you aren't reacting in a good way, in a way that is gonna help the situation, you know, you probably want to start leaning towards that and kind of build that. Hey, I got to do something every time. You know, some shit could go down, because you never know, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think
death is certain, man.
Death is absolutely
no one gets
certain.
out alive.
No,
and who's to say? You guys didn't know that's how it goes.
Yeah.
No one knew.
No one had a clue, dude.
Especially the dude that died. He didn't know he was going to die that day.
Not at all.
But, you know, Death was just sitting on the bench with him and was like, oh, well, it's time.
Yeah.
And that's just how it rolls.
Right.
So, but again, it doesn't have to be death. You know?
No. It could be a stressful situation, you know? I mean, you could be at work and shit could just be, like, getting the best of you. And I mean, literally, that could be your fucking moment to either stand up and shine or crumble and fall.
There was a moment a couple weeks back. I had a friend, this girl I work with, and she crashed her car, man.
Damn.
She crashed her car. She calls me in the morning. She's like, "Yo, Herna, like, I fucking just crashed my car."
Right.
And
yeah, that's scary as fuck.
And I'm just like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's like, you know, I could hear there was like tears over the fucking phone, man." And I was like, "Well, shit." No one's over there with her, so I just I knew I had appointments coming in that day, but I'm like, yo, just like, I told the other person there, I'm like, yo, I'll be back. Yeah. Because someone's got to go, like, anyways and check up, like, see how that person, like, you know, and like I got there, I assessed the situation, you know, maybe it wasn't like there's nothing I could do, like, really, other than like, because the crash had happened, other than just like provide emotional support at that time and be like, hey, everything's good, you know, like, we're chilling, like, you're alive, thank God. And that was my reaction to the situation, right? You know, on a you know, and that could just be you reacting. I think, you know, like, handling it, and people kind of look at it as like, well, why'd you just leave? Well, you got to do something, you know, and even if it's just emotional support, or even
somebody's
if, like,
got to do something.
Man, I remember, like, it was almost like a year ago, a little bit more than a year ago. Was when I was messing around with this chick that I just kind of like met on the train, and we just ended up messing around. And, you know, it was cool. We were just having like a cool day. It was like still March, and we went down this lake by the spot I used to live at by the school. And we're on the ice in this lake, man. We're on and, you know, she's going out and
walking out on the water, you know, or the frozen lake. Yeah,
we'll call her fucking. We'll call her Lisa. I'm not gonna use names.
Yeah, I get that. All right.
But I'm like, yo, like, Lisa, get the fuck You know, like, yo, like, chill on the ice or something. She's like, yeah, no, we're okay, we're good. Like, it's cool. I'm like, yeah, I know, but, like, dude.
That's
like,
ice.
That's ice, and I can hear that shit fucking cracking. She's like, nah, we're good. Look, check this out. And, like, she goes out to the fucking ice. And I'm cool with it, kind of, because I'm like, yo, I like a little bit adventurous types. Like, that shit's fucking hot. It gets me.
Yeah.
And she's like, look, check it out. And then I can hear it cracking more and more.
Right.
I'm just like, yo, chill, get the fuck back here.
Right.
Get back. She's like, no, we're good. And then you just, you know, and that look, that moment of fucking, that moment of like, oh shit. She looks at me, and I just see her go, whoosh, through the fucking ice, and she's just like, like falls through the lake. Falls through the fucking lake. I'm like, you fucking dumb bitch. Oh my god. And I didn't have a moment to think, man. I was just like, I ran out to there and I fucking jumped in the water after her, bro. And like, we're trying to get out, and like, yo, when the ice is breaking,
it's fucked up.
And you got, it's cold, man. It is cold.
Yeah, your body's like instantly going into shock.
Yeah, it's late February. Woo! It's cold as shit.
Yeah.
And my phone hasn't been the same ever since, because I just jumped in with phone and everything. I didn't give a fuck. I ain't thinking about that. I gotta get this chick out of here.
Right, yeah. She just went in the water.
And she's just like, can't, I'm like, yo! Like, hold on, chill. She has her phone in her hand, and like, I'm able to finally, so that ice isn't breaking, and I'm able to hop her up. And I'm like, go, fuck. She's like, I dropped my fucking phone in the water. I need that shit. And I was like, oh my god, hold on. And like, I put my phone away, like, out finally. Okay, I'm gonna be conscious. I'm not gonna jump back in here. With it. And I go, I'm like, I jump back in the water to find this fucking phone, because it's like brand new for her and everything. And she, you know, it's an iPhone.
Right.
I'm like, you know.
Yeah, you gotta go for it.
I gotta go. I went in there looking for the phone. I'm like, God, it's fucking freezing, man. I can't. I'm feeling for rocks and I can't find. I fucking find it by the sheer luck. I'm like, oh my god! Like, I go underneath.
Christ.
I get it. I'm like, oh fucking. So like, you're like, you got it. I'm like, yeah, just stay the fuck back. I'm like, I pull myself out somehow, and I like get over there. I'm like, here's your fucking phone, all right?
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of
here. We ran back to my place, man, and you know, I got the clothes in the washing machine, and like, she lived with her mom at the time, and her mom was pissed, and you know, her fucking mom even showed up to my place. I was like, what the fuck happened? And I'm just like, oh, it's cool, like, you know, we just this shit happened. Right. It's chill.
Yeah,
and
it was a freak accident.
It was, and but you know, but that was just like, wow.
Right.
But that you know, that's kind of one of those moments I forgot. But at the same time, too, I can look back and like,
perfect example, dude.
Because
like, that's one of those,
man.
Yeah, you could have like. You could have stood there and been like, oh my god, what do I do? Somebody help! You know? And it's like, nah, dude, get the fuck in there. You know, shit just happened, you know?
Yeah.
So, it's like... God, that's a fun story.
Yeah, man. And I remember I had to take off my shirt, and we were running back to my house, and these little kids were like, oh my god, ew, he has his shirt off.
What is wrong with him?
And I'm just like, fucking little kid, shut up.
Fuck you, kids, you don't know what I just went through.
Yeah, man. And we both, I still laugh about it to this day, because it was
because it's funny, dude.
Yeah, it was literally, we weren't dating at the time. I never really fully dated this girl.
Right.
It was just like one of the first times we were hanging out, you know.
That's
like,
funny, dude. That is funny.
You know.
But no, that's a perfect example of like, you know, just jumping into it, because like, shit like that happens all the time. On little tiny scales.
Yeah, man.
On great big scales. And I mean, it's like, you can see it every day, shit going down like that. And it's just, it's that impossibility that happens. That's like a perfect way of looking at it, is an impossibility. Because you always got like your plan for the day, and you've got it pretty figured out. But it's that one opportunity that comes by that is just the absolute opposite of what you thought was going to happen.
Yeah, man.
That's that opportunity, man. That is that perfect case where it's like, yo, now's the time to see what you're made of.
Yeah, and you're gonna nut up or shut up.
Exactly,
man.
Dude. Like, you're gonna stand there and be like, oh my god, this sucks. Oh, poor me. You know, we got one guy at work, dude. This is the greatest thing. Every time that impossible thing happens, bro, instantly you see him start smacking shit. You see him swear, God damn motherfucking son, just start smacking shit. And it's like, well, there's that. You know? And it's like, it's funny,
bro. There is that reaction.
Yeah. And you hear it like every other day, bro. You hear just this blowout, just slamming drawers, and it's just like, that's funny. Because it is. It's quite comical. Like, we pick on him for it, and he's like, yeah, that's what I do. And it's like, yeah, we know.
At least you know, man. I respect it for
that.
Like
We give him a hard time. And it's funny because he jokes on himself about it, you know?
We're that's good.
He's got a sense of humor.
He's got a sense of humor with it.
But it's like, that's a perfect example, you know? When that impossibility comes, he just gets poopy pants, bro. Full-blown poopy pants. Like, little tantrum-level shit. And it's like, all right, well, there's that, you know? And it's like, or you could just, like, you could turn around and be like, damn, that sucks. I'm gonna fucking kill it now, you know? Like, it's just, you could look at it in a couple different directions, man. It's funny, you know?
Yep.
All right.
How you choose to react to any situation, man, that's up to you. And
that is truly up to you.
Entirely you, man. And, you know, that'll be ultimately the deciding factor of whether or not you make it in this fucking life.
Absolutely.
So.
Right. You know, and on that topic, you know, I see some people, they tend to react emotion-based. Okay? And, like, one thing that I was actually conversing with somebody really close to me this week about being biased, right? Okay, and what I mean by that is, like, they were saying some shit that, like, oh, you know, I've got to deal with this person, but this person doesn't like me because of this person that I'm with all the time, right? And it's like, okay, I get that, you know, and the person that they were with all the time and this, you know, third party, they had history before that predated, you know, this really close person to me. So, like, I'll say, this person close to me is person 1. Their significant other is person 2. And then there's a third party in this, right? So I'm telling person 1...
smacking cheeks.
Right?
Well, the assumption of smacking cheeks.
No, there was, exactly.
Yeah.
So 2 and 3 were previously smacking cheeks. Like, let's go with that.
2 and 3, there was the assumption made.
No, they were previously smacking cheeks. And they had broken up, and they were, like, gone their separate ways.
Before.
Right? And 1 and 2, they're currently together, right?
Okay, yeah.
And so 1 is telling me, yo, I don't like this person, you know, fuck them, this, that, and the other. They don't like me. And it's like, okay, but listen to me, man. I was like, check this out. You don't like person 3 because person 2 told you a story about person 3 that put person 3 down. I was like, okay, that's all well and fun. You like person 2. That's perfectly okay. I was like, now person 3 might tell you a story about person 2 that isn't very nice. But you don't like to listen to that shit because it's not nice. I'm like, but that doesn't mean it's not true. I was like, all right. And now this was where...
it's selective hearing.
Selective hearing, you know, and I was like, because you're biased towards person 2, you think person 3 is full of shit. When person 3 might be speaking absolute truth, but because it's, you know, it's spitting on the name of person 2, you don't like that shit. You know, it offends you because you're so attached to person 2, right? I'm like, so you got to remember, like, you get to choose how you react, right? I was like, but you've also got to be grown up enough to put your biasisms away for that individual and look at it as a human being, you know? I was like, because at the end of the day, everybody's human and everybody's going to react naturally to shit. You know, as you would. Everybody reacts naturally to shit. You've got a natural way of reacting. I've got a natural way of reacting. Like, whatever. It is at what it is, you know? And it's like, you've got to be able to suck away whatever biases you have towards somebody. Because at the end of the day, we're all fucking people. We've all got to get along, you know? And it's like, what happened, happened. It didn't involve you. So stop making yourself a part of it, you know? It was like, just treat this person normal. Well, I don't fucking like person 3 because they're a jerk. They've said mean shit towards me. And it's like, probably. And they might be justified in doing so, you know? And it's like, yeah, I'm not saying that you got to be friends with person 3. I'm just saying you got to respect person 3 as a fucking human being, you know? And it's like, dude, you don't have to be, so biased towards somebody that everybody else is pieces of shit because they don't love the person that you love. It's like, yo, we're all people, and we all get to choose who we like and who we don't like. That's perfectly okay. You've just got to be respectful of that choice, you know? It's one of them things, man.
Yeah. We choose And love does that, man.
Love does blind.
Love blinds you, or you know. And I see it sometimes with like with girls to guys.
Okay.
You know, examples can be like maybe you really like a girl, you know, and she's talking some smack on her ex. Mm-hmm. And, you know, but you don't really know the guy either, or you have met him, but and it's just like, it's one of those things where it's just like, but because you really like this person, you're willing to like listen to them and nothing but them. Yeah. And not see that there really is, and it talks about in story, man, like it's like Freudian psychology, you know. Yeah. There's what happened. There's the event of like actually what happened. Yeah. And then there's what you think happened.
Yeah. What you perceive.
What you perceive this happened. It's this narrative, man. Yeah. It's this fucking narrative. Like there's only one thing that actually happened. Right. But since it's coming from a person who perceived it in their fucking way. Yeah. Right? You're only getting that part of the story, exactly. Man. When in fact there's so many sides, and that's what's hard, man, because I fall into it. Yeah. You fall into it.
It's normal human reaction.
It is.
Dude.
It's normal, man. It's normal as fuck. Right. But if you, like, again, if you're like, yo, conscious and be like, wait a minute. Like, there's another person involved in this. Like, I want to hear what they have to say, too. Exactly. You know, I need them to defend themselves, too. Exactly. Because then from there, I can make an actual conscious
honest decision
or choice to be like, okay, well, I'm gonna roll with this person more because like they're more trustworthy and stuff, and like, yo, don't like. And another thing is don't get like, yo, don't get so upset about like some certain thing unless someone physically harmed you.
Right. My thing is like, don't get caught up in the illusion.
Okay. The Maya, man. Don't get caught up in the fucking Maya, man. Exactly, dude. Because like the Bhagavad Gita, bro.
Yeah, it's easy for you to create an illusion of somebody that may or may not be true, right? Because I mean, it's easy. You can meet somebody and like, yo, this person is fucking fantastic. They're amazing. You know, their shit doesn't stink. They're on like the 10th pedestal, and when in reality they're only on like the 2nd.
No one's on the 10th pedestal.
Exactly, man. You know. But like,
the cake is a lie.
You know, people like you meet somebody and like they just like exceed all your expectations. They're like, whoa, dude, that's fucking like a full blown 10. You know, they're amazing. Yeah. And then the more you start learning about them, you're like, oh. Wow, I was way off, you know? And it's like, you've got to be able to swallow that pill and, like, ignore the illusion, man. Like, people do this all the time. It's like, it's a thing of, like, jumping to conclusions, assumptions, you know? People meet people and just like, I love this person. They're everything. And it's like, yeah, they can be everything. But you cannot blind yourself, you know? You've got to you got to accept the truth as it is. And it might be, you know, they say that, you know, the truth is a hard pill to swallow. It is. And it is. It is a hard fucking pill to swallow, dude. Like, sometimes that shit doesn't taste good. Sometimes it just is, it's bad.
It's like a poop pill sometimes.
A poop pill. That's the truth is a poop pill, brother.
Poopy pill.
Poopy pill, bro. There you go, man. Bumper sticker that shit.
Fucking Power of 8 show trademark poopy pill.
Patent pending.
Patent pending as we speak.
Right. But it's, you know, you got to just be able to like throw the illusion.
You got the new logo, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's it'll be the new
cool, man.
Everything, man.
I thought that would be so
fucking sick as shit, dude. Yeah. It is the wallpaper, like it's gross.
It's sick. That's what well, you know, you can only go for so long with it. We got to make merch.
Right.
We're making merch soon, pins, shirts like I was telling you, and got the Instagram finally loaded up. I need need the Gmail. I need you to
that was you.
That was me.
I woke up. I was, Friday night, I got drunk as shit. Woke up, had a text message, some Gmail. I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "What the fuck did I do last night?" I was like going through my history in my phone. Yeah. I was like, "No, that wasn't me." I was like, "I don't know what the fuck."
Because I was trying to set the fucking Gmail up with the Instagram, man.
That is so funny.
That
dude.
night, man, I was on the tear. Man. I was like, I'm fucking, this is it. You know, that's Friday night, bro. Like I told you, you know, clothing company came in clutch. I was just trying to setting up PayPal. Just
that's funny,
getting this ball rolling more.
I thought I fucked up. No. I thought I fucked up. I thought I signed into some weird shit somewhere weird. I was like, oh man, I fucked up.
Oh no, you got fucked up, but you didn't fuck up.
I got fucked up, dude. That was bad.
Yeah.
Good old poison, man. That shit'll get you every time.
Sometimes it's needed. As my mentor said to me.
Sometimes it's needed. It can be therapeutic. I'm a firm believer in that. If you're having a rough time, go get fucking a.
Actually, I don't agree with you on that.
What do you mean?
I don't agree. I don't.
All right, let's see.
I don't, man. And even John Joseph speaks about it. But actually, I heard this from a buddy one time. This was out in the Mojave Desert, man. We had this one called, what was it? The Marine Club. It wasn't the club. What was it called? Not the Country Club. The Warriors Club. There you go. This is out in 29 Palms, fucking desert heat.
All right.
And sometimes we would have a bad day. It was like fucking long days, man. You know, you'd be busting your ass, cooking in the kitchen, sweating. You know, like we just wanted to go after work and go get a fucking beer. And I remember one time my boy DW was just like, yo, I'm not going to drink tonight. I'm like, why? Like, let's go get fucked up, man. And he's just like, nah, man, you don't drink on the days where you're like, oh, like fucking sad and shit. You drink on the good days, man.
Okay, I see.
Because it's just going to create this pattern. It starts to create that pattern. Well, if that's what you go directly to when you're fucking sad and shit.
Okay, I get that.
Then, you know, again, the idle mind is the devil's workshop, bro.
Yeah.
And you will consistently, like, go after that.
You'll link that together. Bad days equal alcohol.
And it's true.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what, like, I won't get too much into it until, like, we go over, like, my life story and shit. But it's like, yo, like, don't always drink on your bad days. Don't do it, man. Cause it's just like, it doesn't do it. Like,
I like that.
That's not the way to go after something. Oh, hey, you're having a rough day. Let's go get fucked up. Because it's like, nah, man, take that fool out.
Right.
Go get some good, healthy food. Go sit down and just actually talk through it. Don't let the mind attach itself to that. Let the mind attach itself to something that's gonna, like, create a source of, like, positive light versus negative light that it's coming from. Because it doesn't need any more. Because alcohol's a depressant, bro.
Yeah.
And I would almost say don't smoke weed either.
Right.
When you're fucking depressed, like, or sad or anything. Like, there's people who just, that's what they do. They go directly to because they get too much in their thoughts. So, like, I've talked to many people. I'm like, why do you smoke weed every day?
Right.
Why do you smoke weed every night? Well, like, it helps with my thoughts. It calms me down.
It helps me sleep.
Because for the longest time too, I couldn't fall asleep without smoking. You talked about it too.
It is helpful.
You knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, for sure.
Yeah.
But, you know, at the same time too, like, yo, you don't need to go. That shouldn't be the answer, man.
Exactly.
That should not be the fucking answer.
Well, you've changed my perspective on it, my friend. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be. Like, yo, you guys had a good day Friday?
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, everyone was at home chilling, and it was a good day.
Yeah.
Drink up. Well, fuck it.
Fuck it.
You know, like, I had a good day Saturday. I got done tattooing. My mentor wanted me to go over. You know, I got to tattoo some more. And so here's a fucking good day. Well, shit, here's a fucking drink. Okay, like, and that's the loophole in my contract with you.
Right.
But, like, yo, you don't go to that.
No, I get that.
If you're going through a rough time, yo, find something else. Find peace in another way. Meditate.
Right.
Fucking meditate, goddammit.
That's huge, bro.
Bro, and that's what I'm saying. Meditation has been, like, big in my life now, dude. Because meditation, I never thought about it before, but I remember there was about 2 or 3 weeks back, this guy from Texas walks into the shop, man, and he's like, just check, and I could feel this presence, like, among, like, the dude looked like he was 35, he was 50.
Wow.
The guy looked great.
And he just put off this energy.
Like, just, like, big dick energy. Like, he comes through, man, and, you know, and I'm just like, when he walked in through the door, for a minute I was like, who the fuck? You know, he had this really cool, like, he looked clean, he looked healthy, he looked fit.
All right.
And he just had this, like, he was Hispanic.
Okay.
And he had this cool ponytail, man. And just, like, I remember him walking in the shop. He's like, oh yeah, what's up, brother? How are you? You know, really calm, really chill. I'm like, yo, like, oh yeah. And I don't even fucking remember the dude's name.
Damn.
But he was just so fucking chill.
Right.
I'm just like, what are you doing here? He's like, yeah, I'm out from Texas, man. I'm just out here on the mountains on my bike, just checking it out. And I saw this art in here. I thought I'd come through. And I was cool. Like, all right, cool, man. Like, bet. Like,
right.
Yeah, check out the fucking spots. Yeah, well, I haven't got any tattoos. I always thought about getting tattoos. And he talked me. He traveled down into Mexico to visit, like, the Aztec pyramids.
Wow.
And he was like, yo, check this shit out, man. Like, he showed me pictures, and we got into it, and he's big into yoga and meditation and philosophy, and I'm like, dude, how old are you? He's like, I'm 50, man. You look like you're 35. I'm like, yeah. He's like, it gets me in trouble with the younger women, but like, yeah, it's chill. I'm like, why? And I asked him, like, bro, why do you meditate, man? Because I do that shit every day, and I can't now that I do it every day and stuff. I tell people, like, how do you, I can't imagine not going without meditation ever.
Right. Yeah.
Because that shit just like. There's something, you know what it's about.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's just like, he said it perfect, man. He's like, what I like about meditation, man, is it's just like when I sit there, it allows me to slow down my thoughts.
Wow.
It allows me to slow down and just like, come back to this world and be like, I'm cool now, I'm chill, because like I got this under control. And when I have this under control, like I got the rest of it cool, and like I'm, life's a breeze. I'm like, oh, dude, yeah, that's some fucking dope. Wisdom, man.
All right, so then let me ask, okay, because I guess we're encroaching the end of our episode here.
Well, man, one day we're gonna do like a 4-hour.
We're just gonna go on, dude. I hear you, man. So then, for any listener currently listening, what would you say is probably some of the most important aspects of meditation? To you, at least. If you're gonna start meditating, let's say somebody's gonna start meditating tomorrow. What's like an absolute must-have?
You gotta have. You gotta have quietness.
Okay.
You can. I tell people either time, like, you can. I do it without music sometimes. The meditation, binaural beats. You can look it up, binaural beats.
Right.
Or just look up alpha brain waves. Yeah. Like beats.
I do. There's like a couple different meditation playlists on Spotify.
Yeah.
Some of them are good. Some of them are. I think some of them are a little too fast paced. But like, if you find a song that's just nice, long, drawn out, because like my house is never quiet, dude.
Yeah.
It's quiet at 5 a.m. and shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, so I mean, you don't find quiet at my place. And so like, I meditate with music.
But that's like the best time to meditate is in the morning, man.
Oh, that is true.
No
you wake up, you
early,
just pop down, start meditating. That is good meditation. But like, typically people aren't gonna just like wake up and start meditating at 5 a.m., right?
No.
That's not gonna happen. So I mean, typically it's like in the middle of the day. I suggest music. That's my big thing. Find some super chill music, sit down, and like, my best advice to people that are going to just start, just do what you can to try and just clear your mind. That's my big thing.
And that too is like, I do 10 minutes, 15-minute meditations, but like, I didn't start off that way.
No, fuck no, dude.
Start off with 2,
Yeah.
3 minutes. If you want to push to 5, go for it. Once
Whatever
a day,
you can.
yeah, whatever you can, and just like breathe in through your nose.
Yeah.
Breathe in through your nose as much as possible. Like, that's super important.
Right.
Like that, box breathe. 4 seconds in, hold. 4 seconds out. 4 seconds, hold. 4 seconds, and just like kind of focus on breathing. Breathe through your diaphragm. A lot of us breathe through our chest, so like our shoulders rise up. But no, like, feel like when you breathe in, don't let your shoulders do the work. Like, you shouldn't be breathing from your shoulders. You breathe in through your diaphragm, your stomach.
Right.
So breathe, and like as you breathe, you fill your stomach up like a balloon. Like, pretend like a balloon's filling, and like exhale, and the balloon air is leaving the balloon, and just like that. And just sit down.
Make a conscious effort to feel.
Oh, yeah.
That's my biggest thing.
And just be kind of present. How's my back feeling?
And I mean, just like, a lot of people, they get caught up in their thoughts. They'll sit there and just let their mind wander and just start thinking about all kinds of shit.
I still do it.
And it is fucking always going to happen, bro. I mean, like, the biggest thing, don't get discouraged by that.
No.
Because it will happen. And, some days you're going to have some, like, amazing breakthroughs.
Oh, yeah.
And then some days you're just going to sit there and have all kinds of weird thoughts come to your head. And, like, you got to wind up, like... it's like training a dog to sit.
Oh, yeah.
You got to make that dog sit. And then it's going to run away and get distracted. And you got to be like, hey, nope. Come sit. And you got to drag it back. And, nope, sit.
Read some books.
Right? And, like, you do just got to feel, close your eyes, breathe, and just focus on what you're feeling when you breathe. Clear your mind and just be present in that moment.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. Like, just be present right then and there. Don't think about what's going to happen. Don't think about what did happen. Don't worry about what you should say.
You will, but like,
you will.
That's normal.
That is normal, but like, brush that shit away. It doesn't fucking matter in that moment. You're meditating, Focus on yourself and just feel. Be present in the moment, right?
That's what that shit's about.
Hell yeah, man. There's power in it.
There's a ton of power in it. And
Yeah.
and you'll start noticing, man. You don't notice it in a week. There was this one time I had this human relations class. It's like one of the challenges. Man, all the challenges were up there. I was like, man, I already do almost all this shit. Like I'm like, one was like meditate for a week. One was like plan out your day for a whole week. And it's just like, yo, I do all this shit already. But so I ended up just doing a speech in front of the class. But you know, and some of them took up the meditation. I'm like, oh, I'm not really feeling a difference. I'm like, you know, I'm like,
do it for 2 weeks.
Do it for a month. Do it for a month. And that's what I'm saying. Like I tell, like, yo, just do something for a month. Like people are like, and sometimes I tell people, yo, go vegetarian for a month.
Right.
Like, you know, like try it. And if it's not for you, then go back to eating meat. It's cool. Like go back to like.
It's not for everybody.
It's not, man. But it's just
try
like,
it.
Try it out.
Yeah.
Try meditation out for a week. Try the cold showers.
Try being sober for a week.
Be
sober for a month, dude.
Be sober for a month.
That's a good feeling.
That shit.
That's a good fucking feeling.
It's hard, but it feels good.
It's
sure.
a good feeling. That's true.
Yeah.
Right. Challenge yourself. That's so big, bro. Challenge yourself every day.
Yeah. And have others challenge you too.
Yeah.
Like, yo, tell people like I'm doing this shit. Keep me to it.
Right.
The best friends I've ever had, man, was like when someone was like, yo, we're gonna be doing shit. We need to hold each other accountable.
Right.
And like, yo, that's true because no one like the friends who challenge you to do something like, yo, you tell me you're gonna do something, bitch, do it, man.
Do it.
Like, yo, come on, like, let's do it. Let's do it together because you said you would do it, and I'm gonna hold you to it. Mm-hmm. And if you don't do it, I'm gonna let you know.
Right.
I'm gonna let you know, and you might feel like shit. But I'm gonna let you know, like, yo, I'm just trying to be a real friend, look out for you because I only want you to succeed as a human being.
The truth hurts sometimes, but sometimes it's gotta happen.
Take that poopy pill. It's whatever.
Take that poopy pill, man. Damn right. Sometimes it don't taste good, but you gotta fucking do it.
Yeah, yeah. Take your pills. It's Thursday. It's fucking Monday night.
Yeah, take your pills and make sure your papers are in order. Welcome to the new world order. Oh man.
Any final thoughts?
None for now, man. I think this was a good episode. We didn't have any notes this time. This was straight winging it.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can probably tell. I don't know, when I listen through, I'm gonna be like, yeah, this is probably pretty ad-libbed, but like, fuck it, dude. Like, I don't know. It's fun. It's fun. You always get the best combos when you're just flowing.
Sometimes you do.
Sometimes you do.
Because like I could feel once we hit like mark a couple minutes back, we're like, yeah, we were in the flow.
Yeah, so, you do hit that flow. I hear you.
Yeah.
You got any final remarks? Give us a challenge. Give us a challenge for the week.
A challenge?
Yeah.
For the week. Don't complain.
Don't complain. That's a good damn one.
Do not complain.
I like that.
Like, about anything.
Just don't complain.
Go a whole day, go a whole 2-3 days without trying to complain. You will in your mind.
Yeah.
You got to catch yourself.
Don't complain. I like that. I'm going to take that.
Don't complain, man.
I'm going to do it.
Don't complain. And you'll find, you're like, damn, like, I do it sometimes, like, when I tell myself I'm not going to complain for the day, I legitimately feel happier that day because I don't have any. Like, if something happens, it's like, okay, that shit happens. Let's go. Mm-hmm. My car was overheating today. I'm like, I could have been like, yo, this shit sucks. I'm like, it just needs an antifreeze. Like, and if it doesn't, what am I going to fucking do?
Right.
You know, like, it happens.
Don't
like,
complain. I like that. I'm going to do it, dude.
You know,
I like that a lot. That's a good challenge.
Exactly, man.
That's a good challenge.
People, you don't feel like things are being fair in your life, don't complain. Just do what you're told sometimes.
Yeah.
Like,
do what you can.
Do what you can.
Mm-hmm.
Quit being a bitch. Fucking... yeah, that's it.
I like it. I like it,
bro.
dude. That's
I'm leave it at
good
that
challenge. Do not complain.
Don't complain, people. Keep it real. We're still cooking things up here. It's cool though that we do this on the phone still because we're able to take this anywhere.
Right.
And yeah.
Right.
That's it.
Well, this is Harris.
And this is Herna.
This has been The Power of H.
Episode 8.
So
it's great.
It's great, man.